Hey guys, it's Slots, and today I wanted to talk about Halloween and the spooky season in general and the nostalgia behind it because it has slowly but surely become my favorite holiday of all time. It is past Christmas. Halloween was my second favorite, but now over the years it has definitely become my favorite. And I think there's a couple reasons as to why this is the case. I think number one for me is like I feel like ever since I found out Santa wasn't real, I feel like it just kind of went downhill from there. Like I still love Christmas. It's my second favorite holiday, the music, the lights, the whole aesthetic of it. I love it. But I don't know, something about Halloween in the past couple of years has just been like climbing up, and I think I'm officially now a Halloween fan more than Christmas. And I wanted to focus on kind of the nostalgia of Halloween in this video because I feel like a big thing people talk about all the time. I mean, I literally made a video last year during Christmas talking about it is like how holidays don't hit the same anymore. Like Christmas and Halloween, I feel like are the two holidays that people are the most nostalgic for. And I feel like I always see TikToks, YouTube videos talking about the nostalgia of these holidays and how it will never be the same again. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I think you could still recapture that magic a little. But I'm going to talk about what made Halloween so good as a child and how, we could try to make it feel as good as it did as a kid again. So the first thing I think of when Halloween came around was the Nickelodeon and Disney Channel specials. Like Monstober was the thing on Disney Channel that I remember, and I think the best Halloween episode ever is the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode where they go into the haunted suite and Esteban gets possessed. Like that was so scary to me as a kid, and I just love that episode so much. I watch it every single October. It is peak. And all the Halloween specials were just so good. And I feel like since streaming took over, there's not like episodes like that anymore. Sure, like on certain shows there is, and I feel like on cable shows that are still airing on cable probably have those as well. But I feel like every show back then had a holiday special, whether it be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it was. There was always an episode dedicated to that. Where now I feel like there's kind of just shows that are dedicated to a certain holiday because now on streaming, most of the time they just drop all the episodes at once. And, they'll have shows like I think of like Stranger Things season 2, where it was centered around Halloween in October. And I mean, I think it went through to December, I think, because I think at the end they have like a winter scene. But like the whole aesthetic was built on Halloween. And that's one of my favorite seasons of that show, honestly, because of the Halloween vibe in it. And I don't know, I feel like just like holiday specific episodes or Halloween specific episodes talking about it in this video, they just like don't really exist anymore, which is kind of sad, I think. I don't know. I loved every Halloween going on, Disney Channel, mainly those two because that's what I was watching as a kid. And just like watching the new Halloween episode that was coming out and see what it was about. Like the ghost episode from Sweet Life is definitely the best one. I remember the iCarly one where they went into the haunted hotel room, and I think the same actress was in that as well in both, which is kind of interesting. I remember the SpongeBob one. That one's a classic. I need to rewatch that one. That one it's been a while for. But like just those things in general, or like movies, like The Boy Who Cried Werewolf on Nickelodeon, classic. Halloween Town, Twitches. Are you kidding me? Put that on right now. I'll watch it. Like all those specials were just so good and hold such a special place in my heart. And I feel like there's not enough, like I don't see them anymore. Like please, TV shows, make a Halloween special, make a Christmas special, please. I will watch it even if I have never watched your show before. Next thing I want to talk about was just like trick-or-treating. I mean, like, can we even say anything? Like, it's free candy. Like, come on, as a kid, that's the best thing in the world. And honestly, I would still love to get free candy now. But I love trick-or-treating as a kid. I remember going with my friends, spending all night just getting candy, and I would fill the bag of candy. Like, and I was one of those kids, okay? I'm not super proud of this, but I loved it. If you left your bowl outside, I took it and dumped it in my bag. I'm sorry, but I did that. I loved trick-or-treating so much. And I remember, like, I've been seeing a couple, like, videos in the past couple of years of people talking about, like, oh, kids don't trick-or-treat anymore. This doesn't, like, it's not the same. And I thought that for a while because I remember for a good couple of years, like, I would get no, like, trick-or-treaters coming to my house. But I think, like, a lot of families have started moving into the neighborhood. And now, like, we still don't get that many, but, like, we're also on a weird, like, block where it's not very crowded in general. but I feel like it has kind of increased now. So I feel like it just depends on if you got a lot of kids in your neighborhood or not. But I also know there's this thing called trunk or treat that's been going around, and apparently, like, I don't really get the point of it. I think it's supposed to be like a safer option instead of like kids like walking around the neighborhood and like going to random. Because if you really think about it, like you're going to strangers' houses asking for candy, like that's kind of wild. But I don't know. I don't think that would hit the same. I mean, it's cool that you're like all together and it's like kind of like a party in that way, but like I don't know, something about like walking around the neighborhood at night, going to see the different houses and their decorations. Like you knew you were going to a good house when you had all those inflatable decorations outside and it was decorated to the max. Like you knew you were about to get some good candy. But I just trick or treating was just so good, and it was like, oh my god! I just remember also like when like you had a good costume, but then it was like cold outside, and your mom was like, oh, you gotta wear like a hoodie or something, and you're like, mom, it's gonna ruin the costume. Like she didn't understand it. This was so serious to me. But yeah, like that was oh my god, speaking of costumes, like going to Party City closed down last year and that shit made me so sad. Like would I go to Party City anytime besides Halloween? Not really, but I would go to Party City every single Halloween to pick out my costume. And it was so fun. Like you would see all the decorations, look at the big wall with all the costumes on there. And I would pick out my costume every single year and I was so hyped. And yeah, my local Party City closed down. I think earlier this year. I think like I went there like the day before it closed because I was actually throwing a birthday party and I was like, oh, let me see if they have anything. They were like all gone with everything, but it was just so crazy to see it all empty and like I just like can't believe like the amount of memories I have in a Party City is crazy. But now. I mean, they got Spirit Halloween, but I don't really like have the same attachment to that because I didn't really go there when I was a kid. I only went to Party City. But yeah, just picking out your costume was so good. Going to school on Halloween was also so fun. Like everyone would come in their costumes. You'd have like a Halloween party, and it was just like I mean, I see these TikToks all the time talking about Halloween nostalgia, and a lot of them is like about like going to school during a Halloween party. And it has all the pictures of like the decorations and like the fun snacks and all that. And I feel like this is even just like a thing in general, like not even specific to Halloween, but I feel like this like minimalist aesthetic has been like so popular in recent years and I'm like sick of it. Like we need to go back to fun decorations. Like I can't stand like modern architecture, modern decor. Like it all just seems so boring to me. Like bring back character into things. Like oh my god, like the 2000s. I mean, it was before. It wasn't just the 2000s, but like from my childhood and like before, like I feel like there was just so much more like life in like a lot of these things. Like now it's just like all minimalist, and it's like I hate it. But yeah, going to school, having the Halloween party, having watching a fun spooky movie was just so good, and it's just like I feel like how we bring it back now is I feel like the thing is, right? It's like we were kids, right? So it wasn't happening like it wasn't like we were creating this like magic, right? It was the adults in our life, whether it be parents, teachers, grandparents, whoever it was. They were the ones that were making all this happen. So now we have to do it, right? We're old now. We're in our 20s, but we're older now. And I feel like you have to put the effort into it now. So I feel like something that I want to do, which I was planning to do it this Halloween, but I feel like I just didn't get around to do it, is I want to get some fun decorations and put them around the house. And I want to, I've been watching a bunch of Halloween movies so far. One of my favorite movie franchises of all time is the Halloween series with Michael Myers. So I've been watching all of those. I've been watching Halloween Town. I've been watching a bunch of stuff. I need to watch that Sweet Life episode. And I feel like just like, doing stuff like that and putting the effort, you have to put the effort into it. That's what it is at the end of the day, because it's not just going to like happen, right? It's not just going to be plopped onto your lap and be like, you're not a kid anymore. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're not. And like the things that, I can't wait to like, I want to be like the house when I'm older, where like I would go trick or treating and I'd see the house and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get some good fucking candy from this house because it's like decked out for Halloween. And it'd just be so cool to see like not only the house in general, but like other people's reactions to it and all that. So that's definitely something that, I'm not saying it'd be cheap or anything like that, but it's definitely something that you just got to put effort into it. I think that's what it is at the end of the day. I think, oh my God, I've been buying so many boxes. Me and my friends have been eating those Pillsbury Halloween cookies. So good. If you guys have never had them, highly recommend. And been making those. Those are so fun. Going to Halloween parties, hosting one, having like a scary movie marathon peak. I saw this one video. It was talking about Halloween nostalgia specifically, but it also, I feel like I mentioned this in my time going by too fast, where the reason why so much of our childhood seems so, like, I guess, nostalgic or just like put on like a pedestal kind of is because when you're a kid, right? When you're like 8 years old, 10 years old, whatever it is, it's like you've only experienced whether it's like 1/8 or 1/10 of your life, right? And that's so little compared to, I mean, I'm 20 now and I'm sure I'm going to be nostalgic about this time in 20 years, right? And it's like Halloween wasn't something that you experienced that much in the grand scheme of your whole life. Like your eighth birthday is only the eighth Halloween you've experienced, and even then, like you're not even really aware of being a baby and stuff like that. So that's why it was so much more special. And as you get older, it's like you're kind of getting used to it. So I think you gotta like spice it up is the thing you gotta do. You gotta add new things. You gotta do new things. But also, I think traditions are super cool, and it makes it special, right? Like I have the Halloween movies on DVD, right? There's a lot of times throughout the year where I'm like, I really want to watch a Halloween movie, but I kind of just want to keep it for October because that's what I think makes it so special, right? Is like now with streaming, right? You could pull up any episode you want, and even with my DVDs, right? I could take that DVD off my shelf and watch it anytime I want, which is great. But I missed as a kid, like going on cable and you'd be waiting for, the October Halloween special to air because you've been waiting all year for it, right? And like looking through the TV guide to see what was coming up next. Like, I don't know. There was just something so special about keeping it to that time where I feel like now when you have access to it 24/7, it's like it doesn't really make it special anymore, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys love about Halloween, some of your most nostalgic Halloween memories, I guess. And let me know if you guys like Halloween or Christmas more. I'm very curious about that. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.